What's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 2 Episode 11. Alright you guys, I don't feel well. I have a headache. My stomach is all messed up. I've got a lot of stuff going on in the old personal life. So my mind is on a whole bunch of things at the time. I don't feel like doing this review. I'm going to do it because everybody keeps asking me to, but we ain't doing no impersonations. We ain't cracking no jokes. We're just going to discuss the show. I'm sorry. I'll get my energy level back right. Maybe by top of the blogs. But yeah, today is just, y'all, this is the best I can do right here. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm just letting you guys know right now, I don't know how many more episodes that they have left of this show. However, anything Tracy and Baby Drew related from this point on, I will not talk about it. I am so outdone with the two of them that I can't even bring myself to, I will say that their storyline to me is so bogus and so ridiculous. I am offended by the fact that they can't even act like this is a real storyline. From what I hear, Tracy has a real boyfriend in real life. We already know that she and Baby Drew haven't been together for 10 years. And that they have a kid, you know, that's around that same age. Baby Drew has a baby that's like 3 or 4 with somebody else in Atlanta at the time that they never even mentioned, because they're trying to make us believe that these two got some sort of something going on between the two of them when it's so obvious that they don't. I mean, they can't even act like they do. All this smirking. Yeah, I'm really just thinking like Mona and them is tripping. They really are trying to pull the wool over our eyes with these two, because if you can't even act like you got a for real storyline, then what? Why I'm sitting up here looking at this? Not only that, but Tracy to me showed her true feelings for Bucky and her hair when you know, when they was having that discussion. Now Bucky and her hair is sitting up there telling you that she's sorry. She knows she was wrong. She shouldn't have did what she did. And why you still going so fucking hard in the paint and wanting to go off on her like you ain't never been somewhere and just kind of lost control of yourself when you saw some bitch that you just could not stand? If Bucky and her hair is her friend, and Bucky and her hair is coming up to her and telling her, I know I was tripping, I was wrong, you know, this, that, and the other, we already could look at Bucky and her hair and tell that she was drunk. Okay, even if they didn't show any of that on the episode. You ain't got to be falling all over yourself with the acceptance and everything, but the girl is telling you sorry, she's going to work on it. Why are you still going off on her? A real friend would be like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Give me some time to get through this, you know, get over my feelings. I'm still kind of pissed off about how everything went, but I understand that, you know, shit happens. Just let me get over it. But all this still going off on her and saying that they can't be friends. And, you know, at some point I'd have been like, you know what, well, fuck it and fuck you. Because we ain't got to keep on going back and forth with this. If you're not even going to listen to me, I don't have to beg you for no goddamn friendship. I mean, it ain't that important to me. Shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I want Scrappy and Erica and everybody else to learn their own child's name. The child's name is Imani. E-M-A-N-I. Imani. My girlfriend has a son. His name is Armani. It's A-R-M-A-N-I. Armani. That's what we say when we say their names, okay? So why is it that the goddamn parents don't know how to say the baby name? E-money? E-money? Like the fucking local weed carrier in your neighborhood? Why can't they say it? It drives me crazy. You know, everything is E-money. I need to talk to E-money. I just be like, I just want them to learn how to say it, y'all. I know that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I was just like, is her name E-money? Like, I really thought maybe her name was spelled E-M-U-N-N-I or something, the way they call her. Anyway, you guys, it's Imani's birthday party. They're at a restaurant. Did you guys peep Mama D? Mama D looked very beautiful, didn't she? I'm telling you, that's the Mama D that I would see locally when I would go out in different spots in ATL. She always looked like that. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. The shit was pressed in the front. We ain't had that half wig pushed back. And Mama D crowned her the Princess of the South. Instead of us enjoying the, the whole festivities, Erica feel like she got to talk to Scrappy about some shit because, she got some shit on her mind. She get on out there and she's just telling Scrappy that she's tired of this. She's tired of being a single parent. You going to jail and now once again I got to be, taking care of her all by myself. And, Scrappy is just like, yeah, I know, but it's things out of my control and I'm sorry about that. And she was just like, yeah, but this kind of shit here is something that you can control. Like, how long you gonna keep on doing it? And he was just like, well, I'm really gonna try to stop, but this is all a part of life. And first of all, I'm trying to figure out, like, did we really have to talk about this at the baby birthday party? What I really didn't understand was why did Erica know that Scrappy was about to go to jail, but he didn't know? Did she sign some sort of waiver or some shit? Did put up some money, put up to her house for the bail or something, or put up her shit for the bail, and the nigga didn't show, and now her shit might get taken? Like, why does she know and he don't know? I don't even know how this jail nigga shit work, okay? Because, I ain't been to jail, and I don't, none of my close folks been to jail, so I don't really know, but... Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry, my attitude is so bad today. She was just like, I want you to tell the baby because I ain't telling any money no more. That's up to you now. And he was like, I'm gonna talk to her. And he talked to the little girl, and it's so funny because I never understand why they put these kids on these shows. These kids don't know how to act. They don't know how they supposed to be. The girl's just kind of like, where you going, daddy? He tried to tell her that he going to jail and all that, and she just like, where the jail is a bad place. I was just like, yeah, like, I'm going to give Scrappy a little pass because I guess it is a little hard to have to tell your child you're going to jail. I mean, he done been back and forth to jail, but obviously she was too young to remember or be affected by it, and all the grown-ass people around him who care about him, he obviously didn't care about them, okay? So I guess it is a little bit different to have to tell your own child that you about to go to jail. Because if I was ever in jail, which I never plan on doing, but if I was, I would not want my kids to come there to visit me. I would not want my children to even have the image of me behind bars, behind the glass, talking to him across the table, not being able to touch him, whatever that is. He feeling bad, he feeling like he neglecting his baby, he feel like he's letting her down and all that. Those are all believable feelings that I'm sure he probably really did have. Now, he wasn't going to do no hard time. I guess at that time, they didn't really know what he was going to be doing. Speaking of when he was going to jail, Mama D was taking him to the damn jailhouse, and Mama D is all upset and hands shaking, and she had the whole dry face cry because wasn't damn tear nowhere on her face. She's telling him how she just hates to see him going. I would have felt a little bit more for Mama D had this been the first time, okay? Scrappy done been to jail. This gonna be the third time. He done been to jail 2 times. About the third time, you know what? Your motherfucking ass is getting dropped off at the curb. I will pick you up when the motherfuckers let you out. Okay? Because we ain't doing all of this. Okay? I'm not about to be getting myself all involved in your mess because you can't keep your shit together and you got to be in and out of jail all the time. Like, I'm just not fixing to be doing all that. Mama D is, she's feeling like, she don't want him to go, and she's upset and she's crying. She got up in that damn jail and she was just like, do they have to handcuff him? And the lady was like, yes. And she was just like, why? And she was like, because he's under arrest. Now, K. Michelle, this new direction with K. Michelle, I like. You guys know I like K. Michelle. K. Michelle is cool when she's not, in one of her modes, when she's just cool, regular K. Michelle. She is a good person. I enjoy her. She's funny. All of that. She's been trying to repair her relationships with different people on the show, and good for her. She might act like she don't care what the people think, but all of this is to try to repair her reputation as far as her fans and people that are going to be buying her albums and shit are concerned, because the bottom line is you cannot offend the consumer, okay? If we want to be spending our money, okay, you can't get on our fucking nerves, you can't make us mad, you can't piss off, none of that. You can't do none of that. And I think she knows that now. So she's trying to fix it. Whatever the reason is something that she needs to do, okay? She sits down, talks to Mimi. That's real cool. I think K. Michelle's whole thing is she's extremely loyal and super protective of her friend. But the problem is that when you get in between your friend and they man, okay, whether or not it's a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, fiancés, whatever, you will find yourself in a real tricky little position, because 9 times out of 10 they gonna choose each other, and then you gonna get pushed out, okay? And you didn't put all this on the line because you so fiercely protective of your friend, and then your friend don't give a fuck about you. She trying to be with her man, okay? Now the good thing about what has worked out with these two is Mimi and Nico's relationship really was some bullshit, so it wasn't like it was anything that Mimi really even needed to be extra into, because we already know that Mimi never really, I don't think Mimi ever intended to have any real relationship with Nico, and she just used him. So that's why it was so easy for Mimi to finally come around and accept K. Michelle's apology, because I bet you what, if she and Nico was still together and strong, she would be like, fuck K. Michelle. So sometimes we just gotta swallow our pride and realize that maybe our friends was right and we needed to listen to it. I did tell you guys that K. Michelle has a problem with somebody telling her that she ain't never gonna get no man, and even she admitted that. That's some hard shit to hear, okay? When you know that your reputation is that you are fucking difficult, no man is gonna want to deal with you, eventually that kind of shit gets into your psyche. I don't care how much you can keep on denying that something doesn't bother you. It was also cool to see K. Michelle talking to Joseline, because you know they never really had any kind of friendship before. K. Michelle always just kind of chose Mimi's side over Joseline just because of that whole loyalty, but Joseline is feeling like she and Stevie J need to have some sort of committed relationship because, you know, she loves him and that's what she wants. And K. Michelle's giving her some good advice, like, listen girl, do not get yourself so wrapped up in a relationship that you neglect your own career. She's like, you get into relationships, you neglect your career, don't let you guys start fighting, then you don't even really pay attention to nothing that's going on in your business, and you bring in the personal into your business. It gets to be a mess, okay? If you want to be in love, then go be in love, okay? But don't put yourself out there, don't be no fool, and don't get hurt. I don't see it with Stevie J. She was like, I don't see it with him. He don't seem like the commitment type. I did appreciate the fact that, you know, K. Michelle didn't bring up Mimi and all of that stuff, because, you know, that shit at this point, don't nobody want to fucking hear it. So that was cool of her not to bring it up, but she was just like, he just doesn't seem that way to me. Joseline wants the relationship. We'll talk about that in a second. But, you know, yeah, it was cool that K. Michelle was just like, girl, I've been there. Okay, you know I've been there, and I'm just really trying to tell you to protect your heart. Mixing business and pleasure is a definite no-no. Okay, it didn't work for me, and it might not work for you. Now, like I said, Joseline wants Stevie J to commit. She's feeling like everybody thinks of her as the side chick, and I was just like, no, Joseline, I don't really think you the side chick. I haven't thought that you was a side chick for a really long time, okay? I mean, I didn't think that even last season, once we got halfway through the season, because it was obvious that Stevie J really cared about Joseline. Now, whether or not he was able to really admit it, even though we all could see it, he was even putting Joseline ahead of Mimi, and Mimi is his so-called baby mama and all of that stuff. So she wants the commitment. She's telling Stevie J that, you know, it's time for us to move this thing into the next level. You know, everybody thinks I'm the side hoe, and I'm not. He was just like, well, who cares what everybody thinks? I care because he bothers me. It's not right. It's not right. Oh, don't cry, Joseline. You know Stevie J can't stand for his women to cry. He get to wiping her eyes and all that stuff. And she was just like, you know, you can't even say you love me. I asked you, do you love me? And what do you say? And he was just like, do a pig love pork? And she was just like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you won't even admit how you feel about me, but I've been here for you. I've been down for you this whole time. I really feel like you need to commit to me. And he was like, commit how? You know, why are you even caring about what other people think? You know, that's that classic line that men like to throw out at you to make you feel like you're making a bigger deal out of something than it really is. But Joseline was truthful. She was just like, because the shit bothers me. Okay, I ain't been working my ass off to be your woman all this time for everybody else to feel like I'm the goddamn side hoe. And I can appreciate that. It's time for me to get some fucking recognition. She was like, we need to get engaged. Stevie J was just like, you know what, slow your roll a little bit. We gonna have to work on that and see. Just give me some time. But right now, I don't really know how that's gonna turn out. I guess that's where all this whole rumors came about these two supposedly getting married while she was in Puerto Rico Mexico filming her video. I guess that's also what we will see in the upcoming parts of the season, because I didn't realize they were still taping. I think they just stopped taping like yesterday or the day before or something like that. I still haven't even heard anything about the reunion show being taped, and that's probably because they were waiting for Scrappy to get out of rehab. Maybe they're going to be filming the reunion special, you know, here coming up real soon, especially since, shoot, Rashida's gonna be having that I mean, I don't even know how far off Rashida is, but she just seems so extremely large that it looks like that baby should be coming any day, any week now. I'm not talking about Rashida and Kirk too long because we have said it a million times. Okay, I don't even really know what else to say about these two. So first, let's talk about the fact that Rashida, the girls kind of gave her like a little, you know, a small little baby shower. You know how they do for these shows. Only one show I've seen where they actually had a real baby shower and filmed it, and that was Yandy's baby shower. All the rest of these, just 3 people and 4 people getting together, like, what the fuck is the purpose? But yeah, it's for the show or whatever. So they, you know, it's her, it's Rashida's mom, Carly Red, Tracy, Erica, and I think that's it. Is that it? It seemed like it was one more person. Am I missing somebody? Mimi wasn't there. Or was she? Anyway, they're talking about, you know, when they all was having their babies, talking about epidurals. You know, when they went into labor. Carly tells us that she went into labor when she was having sex. I was like, raise your hand, anybody who wanted to know that. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was surprised that anybody could say that with somebody mama sitting right there. Like, there's absolutely no way that you could have said that in front of Ruby. Okay, my mama, I would have had to excuse you because you just can't disrespect my mom like that. But we all know that Rashida and her mom have a different kind of relationship, and it was okay because they got to talking about whether or not she thought that Kirk was cheating and all of that. And, you know, Rashida was just like, I don't really know what he's doing. I mean, yes, that has definitely crossed my mind and everything, but whatever he's doing in the dark, it's going to come to the light. Well, I'm going to tell you what Kirk is doing, okay? In the light, the dark, the damn noon time, breakfast time, lunch, dinner got going on is he hanging out with Bobby V, better known as Bobby Valentino, Benzino, and Bambi and the Lipstick Gang up in the mountains some damn where. Y'all, it was a hot ass mess. That's the best way I can explain it. You got all of them at this damn cabin, and for lack of a better word, you got retarded ass Kirk having himself even the best time. He the only married one there. Kirk trying to tell us that he got a pass from Rashida, and that meant that he can do whatever the fuck he want. And when we all know what that pass meant, okay, he's telling Benzino that, and Benzino is trying to look at him like, man, you know, Rashida and Kirk are power couples, and you know, I had to side-eye that, but I was just like, I'm gonna let that go for the sake of the show. For them to have been the way that they were, I would hate for him to make a decision, do something, say or do something that he's gonna regret. Kirk's whole season on the damn show, this season been a damn regret if you ask me. And Kirk ain't concerned about it. Okay, this nigga is up here having a good old time. Folks sitting on his lap, he rubbing on asses and girls dancing for him and all of this crazy stuff. I was just like, yeah, I'm so tired of talking about them. When Kirk got to talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith having this open relationship, and I was just like, now he really is a fool, because now we done whispered about it. Black folks have whispered about them having an open marriage for years, okay? But ain't none of us had that type of nerve to get up on national television and say some shit like that. Like, Will, I'm jealous of you. That you know, I was disrespectful to Jada Pinkett Smith. It kind of made Jada Pinkett Smith look stupid and weak. I wouldn't be surprised that if, you know, Jada Pinkett Smith didn't go out of her way to bump into Kirk on the street somewhere and climb up on his shoulders and whoop his ass. As y'all look at Jada Pinkett, you can tell she look like she'll try to fight a man. It'll be them little ones always be with the extra might. Now, everybody was all up in arms about the fact that Bambi was kissing on Benzino and sitting on his lap and doing all of that, but look, Benzino and Bambi are both single. We kind of already had an idea about how Bambi was on Basketball Wives LA. I liked Bambi, but, you know, whole tendencies sometimes, you know, if that's what you do, then that's what you do. She's single. The problem is, though, is when you got these girls that all hang together And you got one friend that's going, because I'm not naive enough to think that this shit don't happen in real life. I mean, you know, obviously there are husbands that fool around, the girls that don't care, all this. But the fact that you got a friend that don't care that she on TV, ain't nobody has sense enough to say, girl, let's wait till the cameras go and then you going back in the back and fuck them or whatever you want to do. You gonna allow yourself to be filmed doing all this stuff, going into the bedroom here like... You in the hot tub, you rubbing on your ass, you taking off your underwear, all this shit twerking like, and you know, so what happens is you start to look like the company that you keep, okay? And even though I like Bambi and all that, I thought that was a terrible look for them, a terrible look for her little group of girls. They have been catching hell all over the social media because I follow her, and people have been having a lot to say. And, you know, they've all been posting shit and saying, you know, it don't matter, this lipstick gang and all that stuff. But that was not a good look. Was not a good look. As much as I really do like Bambi, I really wish that she would not have allowed herself to, because you guys will never see Bobby V no more. And when they got to that hot tub, it was Kirk and Benzino and all the girls, honey. Bobby Valentino was like, I bet you won't catch me up on this damn screen with some woman. I'm going to be off camera somewhere. So people are saying that it's not true. And I'm starting to have some question because I just don't know no man that's going to allow himself to be recorded fucking around like that. Okay? Let's look at the real big picture. If the shit was really real and you was getting a divorce, I mean, Rashida could clean him out. She's got proof. He's on camera fucking around. No judge is going to take kindly to that, okay? Especially with Rashida being pregnant on a television show. She's been trying to fight for this marriage this whole time, and he hasn't really tried. You know, like, it's stupid. And he's all thinking about, you know, her taking the money, and it's calling it his money and everything. But she's the artist, and you the manager that works for her. I know it's a family business and everything, but, you know, the fact of the matter is, if you didn't have the talent, then you wouldn't have the money. So she's the one that's brought the money. Okay, so I'm so through with these two, you guys. I promise you I am. Alright, you guys, I gotta go back into my office. I can't believe I did this whole video with my windows rolled up. That lets you know how cool it is with this rain, which is a blessing because my house is still hot. You guys, I want you guys to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. Alright? Alright, so I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.